starred in hit shows like The West Wing, Psych, and The Wonder Years. Now he's taking on a new limited series called Good American Family, inspired by the shocking true story of an orphan accused by her adoptive family of secretly being an adult. And the detective determined to uncover the truth. Watch the clip.
I want to understand why she thought you... Could you tell me a little bit more about what led up to that moment? I want to help Natalia. I'm trying to understand.
You don't want to know.
Please welcome Dulé Hill.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. So we are happy to have you here. This was deep. It takes viewers on such a ride. Everyone should see it. It's heartbreaking. It's a tad bit creepy also. And just when you think you figured it all out, it is. The narrative flips,
Correct.
which I think is really a wonderful twist. It's a dramatization based on the real case of Natalia Grace, who became really tabloid fodder, unfortunately, when her adopted family accused her of faking her age. She was 8, and they accused her of being in her 20s. So
Correct.
It was really nuts. That, of course, has been debunked. They did DNA tests on her, and they realized that, yeah,
She was a child.
She was a child, 8 years old. Wow. But the saga continues. So how much do you know about, how much did you know about the story before you signed on? Because I had to do research after watching the series.
You know, I knew about the story because I had seen a documentary about it. And I was truly intrigued and fascinated, but also disturbed that this could happen in our modern day legal system. I was really, I guess, attracted to the idea about how it's dangerous to take clickbait as the truth. Just because the headline says one thing doesn't mean that it's always true.
That's right.
And what I really loved about how, you know, Katie Robbins and Sarah Sutherland created the show is the point of view changes. And as the point of view changes, you get a deeper understanding. There's a further revelation of what the truth or the shades of truth is. And I think that's something we can use in our society today. That's why I wanted to be a part of the show, to be able to hopefully put something out there that can get people to ask more questions, dig deeper, inquire a little bit more, and hopefully gain further understanding. Because too often nowadays, it's like, that's said, and if it's been said, then that's the truth.
Then it's true.
And 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. When I remember when Katie Robbins first told me the title of the show, I said, oh, that's good. I said, that's good, Katie, you got that one. Oh, that's a good one, you know.
So, Dulé, you started your career, I didn't really know this, on stage in the Tap Dance Kid at age 10.
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at you.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
That's me.
That's you. And now...
A long time ago.
Wow.
You know, less gray and everything.
Not that long. And now you're about to return to the stage in an off-Broadway show called Lights Out Nat King Cole, playing the great Nat King Cole.
Wow.
That's great.
Oh, that's great.
So
Yeah.
I'm always interested in people who do real people like this. What was the challenge there? Did you work on the voice?
Yes. I mean, I hope I did.
You had to.
He's like, no, I'm going to wing it.
You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'll just go out there and do my thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You know, just put a little conch in my head. I'll be good. But I say now, I say I'm sleeping with Nat King Cole because I really play his music, his interviews every night. It's just playing all throughout the night. I'm just trying to ingest as much of it as I can because it's really important for me to honor his presence, honor his sacrifice, honor his voice, and really all those who have come before me. What I love about this show, Lights Out, Nat King Cole, first of all, it's written by Coleman Domingo.
Yes.
And, yes.
He's a friend of the show.
Oh, yes, he is. And Patricia McGregor, who's also the director of the piece, and they've done a magnificent job of holding up an American icon and then deconstructing this American icon to get at the fabric of who we are as a nation. You know, we love the coolness of Nat King Cole. We love the classiness of Nat King Cole. We love the calmness of Nat King Cole. But we've never really taken the time to count the cost of what it would be to be Nat King Cole.
Right.
Wow.
You know, to be the first, to be groundbreaking, to be able to looking to create space not only for yourself, for those who are coming behind you and what the cost of that is.
Right.
I think anyone who is not at the top of the food chain in our society will be able to relate to the idea of the cost that it takes to move the ball forward, the cost that it takes to create space for yourself. And that's what they've done with this show.
Particularly in his era, which was
Yeah.
the 50s.
I mean, particularly in this era, but also in this day and age.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
the thing about our history is, unfortunately, it can repeat itself in so many different ways. And you can look back on yesterday and always see parallels to where we are today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what I think Coleman and Patricia have done.
At
Yeah.
a moment when so many are trying to erase Black history.
Correct.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
right.
So I'm very honored to be able to step into his shoes. I share the stage with a phenomenal cast of characters. Daniel J. Watts, who's a
Yeah.
Tony nominee. He plays Sammy Davis Jr. and does a phenomenal job.
Wow.
So,
A
you know,
small part.
A small part, you know what I mean?
Well, you not only act the part, you get to showcase your amazing tapping skills. And I mean, the obvious question is, do you sing like Nat King Cole?
I do. I think so. Well,
Do
you
you
know
have
what?
a- do
When
you
you
have a
come and see
favorite
it, you have to let
song?
me know.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? When you come and see it, you have to let me know, you know?
Do you have a favorite song?
Ooh.
A Nat song?
I think my favorite song is I'm Gonna Sit Right Down and Write Myself a Letter. I love that song. Yeah, that's when it really gets to me, you know? I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You see? You got
the voice. Yeah, you nailed it.
Well, I have to ask about one of your most beloved roles as Charlie Young, an aide to the president on The West Wing. Now, you had a chance, one of the greatest shows ever made. You had a chance to reunite with the cast last fall at the actual West Wing
Yes.
for a White House's celebration of the 25th anniversary of the
25
show.
years.
What was that like?
Oh,
You know,
look at you guys.
it was humbling. You know, 25 years ago, I needed a job. I'm an actor, and actor need jobs. I was getting low on money. I remember I told Freddie Prinze Jr., who was one of my good friends, I said, Freddie, if I don't get a job in the next couple of weeks, I'm coming to live with you, I'm going back to New Jersey. I have no more money. And then I ended up getting this show.
Wow.
The fact that it could have the impact that it's had over the years is truly humbling. At this event, I met so many people who had gone into service of our country, working in government because of the show.
Yeah.
And people forget that when people work either in the federal government or in state government, they're not making all this
No,
money.
you don't make any money.
Yeah, they are passionate about upholding
Yes.
our nation, giving liberties to each other, and being there in service of their neighbors.
Yes.
And it's really, I'm honored that I had a chance to be able to play a part in some part of keeping this country moving forward.
You're part
Yeah.
of history all over the place.
Yeah.
I know.
You're part of history.
That show had a ton of big guest stars. One of them was our friend Gabrielle Union. And she left quite an impression. We have a clip.
Oh my.
Charlie?
Miss Anders?
Ms.? Sorry, son of a...
Charlie, are we...
I beg your pardon. Mr. President, may I have a moment?
Oh boy. I think my face still hurts from that stuff. Here's the problem when you have your friends come and do shows with you, you see? Because normally an actor would be like, I want to make sure I pull it and we'll time it so that, when I slap, you can move your head. No.
She really caught you.
She slapped it. It was a morning show, so yeah, she slapped the mess out of me. Yes, she did. And I think everyone was just enjoying it too much. I think she enjoyed it too much. I think Tommy Shalami, who I believe directed that episode, he enjoyed it too much. I think Martin enjoyed it too much.
Enjoy it a lot,
Yeah,
too.
Martin came out, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up my line. Let me come back and do it again.
You know what? We enjoyed you too much today. Thanks for
Appreciate
stopping
y'all. I
by.
always enjoyed being here.
Our thanks to Dule Hill. Good American Family is streaming on Hulu now with new episodes airing on Wednesdays.